Hi, it's Drew at Finale. In this video tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to create two types of custom reports. Let's jump right in. First, what we want to do is take a look at the small show that I've created so we can see what we'll be expecting when the reports come out. So what I've done is designed a small show here that's what's known as a step-fired show or a sequence-fired show or a semi-auto-fired show, depending on which type of firing system you're using. Basically, that just means that it's a show where it's scripted, but small chunks of the show are initiated separately by different instances or button pushes on the firing system. This is opposed to a fully scripted or fully automated show where you press one button or start music at the beginning and the entire show shoots from beginning to end. So let's take a quick look at the show. I'll just go ahead and scrub through. First, I have a comet chase here, or a comet run, comet sequence. Then I have a cake, a double Z cake. And then I have another event here, which is a few volleys of multicolored chrysanthemum shells. Then I have another Z cake and yet another cake, and then finally 3 finale chains as my simulated finale. So perfect. What we want to do is first create a product list for this show. So we'll go to File, Reports, and I'll choose Basic Reports Portrait, and then I'll choose Product Totals. So this is the default built-in product totals report. I already have some here, but I'll just give this one a new name. All right, let's take a look at this report. So here's the product totals report that was produced by Finale. Again, this is the default report. So this is a report that you can generate anytime you create a new show, and there's nothing you need to do to create it. It comes with Finale. It comes with the set of default reports. So here we have columns for size, part number, description, devices, which represents basically the quantity of devices, price, cost, weight, and NEQ. Let's say that, for example, that I don't want all of these columns on this report. No problem. So in this case, consider the script window down here in the lower right-hand corner as kind of like a report editor or report preview tool. So what we want to do is use the script window to modify the product totals report. So let's give that a shot. So what we'll do is go to the blue gear icon, and then we'll go down to Select Table Layout from Report Template. And what this will do is this will load the exact same layout that we see in the report, the same columns with the same column widths and the same sort order, into the script window so then we can make modifications. So now we just need to choose the report. So the report we ran was called Basic Product Totals Portrait. So that's this one here. We'll just go ahead and do this. Perfect. Now you can see that you have size, part number, description, etc., the same columns in the same approximate widths or representative widths that they appear in the PDF report that we generated. So in my example, I'm going to go ahead and hide several of these columns. So I don't need price, for example, so I'll right click on price and I'll just choose hide this column. I'll just repeat that process for cost, weight, and NEQ. Perfect. Now let's say that I'd like the quantity to be the first column on the report instead of the last column on the report. I can do that by right-clicking and choosing Move this column to the left. So I'll just keep moving the column to the left until it's on the left-hand side. So now we have devices, and then let's say I would like to have part number next. So we'll move that column to the left. So now we have devices, which is our quantity, part number, size, and then description. So now let's save this, and instead of saving it as the default report, let's save it as a new report. We'll go to the blue gear menu, save current table layout to report template, and then find basic product totals portrait. All right, because we're overwriting an existing report, all the settings are already populated. So all I'm going to do is kind of slightly modify this, call this new. I'll still call it product totals, and we'll go ahead and choose enter. All right, let's take a look at the custom report. Go to File, Reports, and here you'll see the custom report listed at the higher menu level as opposed to within the submenus along with the default Finale reports. So we'll choose Product Totals, and let's give it just another name. Go ahead and run the report, and here it is. So now you can see we have the quantity first, part number, size, and description. So That's how you modify an existing report. Now let's go ahead and create a report from scratch. Now, as I mentioned, this is a step fire show, also known as sequence fire or semi-auto fire. What I'd like to do is create a cue sheet for the technician so they know when to push each button or when to initiate each event as the show is being fired. So let's go ahead and do that. The first thing I'm going to do is bring this back to the default layout, which is called Basic Script Fields. And now we'll go through the process of, again, using the script window as the report previewer or report template generator to create our new custom report. So the first thing I need to do is hide all of the columns that I don't need. That's the simplest way to start. So we'll do that by hiding pre-fire, effect time, the effect thumbnails, part number, size, description, position, tilt, rail, pin, chain, and angles. Now we have event time and notes, but I'm missing the track field, which is the cue number or the track number or the event number that the technician will need to press. So I'll go to the blue gear menu, choose hide or unhide column, and then find track and add that back in. Now I want to have the event time here. I'm going to adjust that column width, the track as the second column, and notes as the third column. So this looks almost perfect, except I still have the numbered column here, which I don't want to appear on the report. I can't right click and hide it on the top bar here the way I've hidden other columns. You have to do that from the blue gear menu, hide or unhide column, and then you can choose line number here. The little dot indicates that it's visible. I can click that to hide it. So there you can see the line numbers disappeared. Now I'll go to the blue gear menu, save current table layout to report template, and then instead of overwriting something existing like we did in the last example, I'll do new report template. I'm going to call this semi-auto cue sheet, and then the title, which appears on the page, will be semi-auto cue sheet. There'll be no filters. That means that I'm not filtering out any of the contents in the script window. And I want to sort this by track. So it's in order number by track. And then I'll also sort by event time. Perfect. And then what we want to do is combine this consecutive rows of the report to have the same track. So that means I'll only have one line in the report for each track. So we'll go ahead and choose track. Perfect. I don't need any page breaks or subtitles, but I do want to change it to portrait. And to make it easier to read for the technician, I'm going to go ahead and increase the font size to 12. Go ahead and click enter to save. Now to preview the new report, I'll go to File, Reports, and then Semi-Auto Cue Sheet. And then we'll go ahead and give it another name. And there we go. So let's take a look. So here's our new custom report, semi-auto cue sheet. We have the event time, the track numbers, and the notes. And the notes are kind of custom information I filled in to let the technician know what those particular effects were that were in that particular scene of the show. So that's it. That's the process of making a couple pretty basic custom reports. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out all the other great videos in our YouTube channel, and don't forget to subscribe.